start recording, start streaming. That is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome everybody to the episode of Rocks Falling from Dice. I'm here with the Amber family. Hello, family. This is episode 27. And okay, what happened last time?
So on Chaos and Shenanigans, we continued to explore rooms on the upper floor. We did find a room, and Tamir, as you do, went to go open the door, check for locks and all this such. And when she pulls out her fancy little tools, they look a little different. So of course Ursula touches it. Something happens to the tip of her finger. The door does open as Penny uses her mage hand to push the door inside. Inside we find Gaston, Lucian, Amber. And everything is very painted or cartoonish in an animated sort of oil painting style. He can't talk, can't hear. So as the party is trying to figure out how to communicate with him, Ursula just sends him a message and says hi, which just causes more confusion as it does. But there is a conversation that's able to happen. We put in place the 1 for yes, 2 for no, which seems to work well for the party. Damalis looks around and starts to notice some things. Penny sends her mage hand to Gaston, and when placed in Gaston's hand, it turns into an embroidered hanky. Everybody's trying to talk at the same time, which causes confusion. So eventually, Ursula gets some pen and paper from Sebastian and explains, write the question, and then Gaston can say 1 for yes, 2 for no by holding up either a finger or a hand. And then messages Claude to let him know that paper and pen are needed outside of Gaston's room, and maybe he needs a little bit of help, because Gaston was on the verge of having a mental breakdown when someone, I don't know who, but it was Ursula, says, I'm sorry, we can't fix this right now, but we'll be back. So Claude says, okay, and he will bring up paper and pen and make sure that somebody visits Gaston, because he just needs a friend at the moment. Other than that, when Ursula's finger goes a little funky after touching Tamir's tool, she just wiped it on Damalis' shoulder, and his whole arm turned into a painting. So Ursula found a new toy and is very excited about that. Ursula was able to fix Damalis' arm, so it's fine. Everybody freaked out for no reason. And then we proceeded to move on to the next door. While Tamir and Ursula head that way, Sebastian decided to be an asshat and dispels the bad touch from Ursula's finger. She doesn't notice.
I want to be clear, I don't think you read that properly.
Dispels the bad. I believe I did. Sebastian is an asshat and dispels the bad touch from Ursula's finger. She doesn't notice. We proceed to room 95. Ursula thinking she has a weapon of mass destruction at the tip of her finger, and she's fully prepared to use it at some point. So, we move on to room 95, where again, Tamir checks for traps. Her thieves' tools are still painted. Turns out they're kind of like an oily paint, but still functional. Well, no, sorry. We're unsure if they're still functional. We're unsure if what they will do to a lock, so Penny hands over her set. Ursula asks for the old set, but again, people are being selfish. Tamir doesn't share. So Vetter is also being an asshat and removes the curse from the thieves' tools. So the boys are being jerks just because one guy got his arm turned into paint. I think everybody's freaking out for nothing. Sebastian, Tamir, and Damalis are all affected once that room is opened, because there was a curse. They all attempt to attack each other. And they all go one round as they fall into a blood rage. There is a little blood that is shed. Just pointing out, Ursula never actually damaged anybody. 3 other members of the party did. So, Vetter does see that there's an arcane lock on the door, almost as if it were living. Upon touching the door, there's a glamour effect, that causes people to be confused, and he thinks it needs to recharge. So we have some time. Sebastian is able to unlock the door with the help of his sword. Once the trap is removed and the magic is recharging, Penny opens the door again with her mage hand, which is no longer a hanky. The room is stuffed and smells like rust. There are other doors in the room, and a big tome, and a painting of Stephen Amber from his youth. As we proceed into the room, we realize this is the sealed room of Jean-Louis Amber, who is the missing or dead son of Stephen Amber. We see in there that there is a book and shield that are magical. There are some paintings, some that are illusionary. Ursula and Vetter go check out the book. Damalis and Tamir go into the room. Penny and Sebastian stay out. Tamir checks out the shield, thinks it's beautiful, still looks shiny. Turns out it's mithril. It is indeed trapped. However, she is able to get the shield down without tripping that trap. Damalis checks out those paintings and sure enough sees some shit. Vetter and Ursula find out that the book is indeed a wizard's tome. It's Jean-Louis' spellbook.
Right.
And there's a scroll inside for Magic Jar. Sebastian and Penny keep watching the hall. Rounding corners is a small skeleton rat with silver eyes. Sebastian is able to catch the rat with his mage hand. Everybody's got mage hand. His sword sees necromantic and conjuration magic on it. He understands that it is a magic eye. Probably Lenosa is who we are expecting to cast this spell. The rat makes noises and starts to blame Sebastian for making him die. The voice is Theory, but it's raspy and terrible. Penny realizes that Theory is now undead, and he is not a Lucaru? Am I saying that right? Lucaru. He might have been raised by Lenosa, still feels forced and confused. Prior to leaving the room, Ursula does find a bunch of letters between Jean-Louis and his parents, corresponding over the winds and glory that Ursula never got. The group leaves the room and heads down to the final room of this hall. Again, Tamir doing what she do best, checks the door. It is not trapped. Once she gets done, it is locked but not trapped. Opens the door with ease. There are more paintings in this room and 6 potted trees. There's also a dress made of plants and some other things. Ursula is able to tell that the 6 potted plants are indeed mandrakes. Damalis knows that this is the Autumn Court Fae shenanigans, and realizes that this is a warm fall wedding dress. Shriekers of the are fall court plants, aka the mandrakes. The 7th king of the Court of Autumn is currently looking for a new bride. It's been some time since he has had his other one. They generally only live about 7 years. Turns out this is Isadora's room. Penny has words with Isadora. Well, Ursula attempts first, but that doesn't really go well. Vetter sees that the dress is magical, enchanted, and feels like a pretty dead body. While investigating the room, promises have been made, but there is no contract. This seems to be the early stages of a courtship. Note, insert name of the Endbringer here. King of the disease and decay. Once he touches a bride, they are doomed to die within 7 years. We still have paper for which is why he remarries every 7th year. So, after some words are exchanged between people, then we decide to leave Isadora to her arranged marriagement that she's handling herself, because she's a big girl and can do it on her own. So the group is at a consensus that we have bigger problems at this time, and we move on. So then we move on to a secret room. In this secret room, it smells of death. Piles of books, scrolls, and maps all around. Old bloodstains on the floor and paper. Writing desk facing the entrance on the opposite side of the room. Nearly mummified female sits in a chair behind the desk, holding a quill and paper. On the paper is written the letter in Old Felorian. I am undone. Never will I leave this castle despite my efforts to unravel the riddle of to those who would be free. I believe I found the means to break the curse of Stephen Amber and have guidance for those that come after me. May you have better fortune than I. Look below the castle for egress, but know you must bear 3 of the silver keys to escape. If you break the curse, say a prayer for me. I bid that I rest easy in death. Penned by Penny Amber.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
I do have it. It's King Lord of Rot Nyanthin. Nyae.
hold on. NYA
EIN. Sorry, LN.
NYEALN.
Yeah.
Okay, so in our group, Penny Fifth Amber has a conniption, and that's where we end game. As we see the dead body of Penny Amber.
I feel like Penny probably would have just frozen and been like completely in shock. Catherine had a
Okay, let me rephrase. Penny Fitzamber has an internal conniption that nobody actually sees happen. And it was like, oh, look, another dead body. Okay. That tracks. In-game time is 10 p.m. for those who are keeping track. Last session covered about 4 hours of in-game time.
I mean, frankly, one would think that it would be closer to the witching hour than 10 p.m.
I mean,
If
Tony.
you're finding your own dead body sitting in the
Oh.
corner.
Yeah. So we are currently in room 85. 10 p.m.
Yes.
Some of us are having existential crises.
So you are in this room. A partially mummified body lays before you. Scattered papers. Yeah. And yes,
Are the scattered papers all over the floor or all over just the desk? Or is like
Freya, stop.
just everywhere. Just broken, some scattered pieces.
the desk and
So, Tony, are you describing a room that someone has already searched and searched violently?
Roll.
Can I get an investigation roll?
Yeah, roll an investigation roll.
Can I insist with that because that's kind of where I was headed.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I
Ray,
didn't cut you off. I'm so sorry.
No. I'll give you the advantage. Go for it.
go ahead and roll with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yes, this room has been violently searched. Someone else has been in here. Many of the papers are broken and destroyed. You are able to find three prominent things. First, the mummified body here was also didn't die of like old age or starvation. There is blood splattered everywhere, and there's large claw marks around the neck and the side and the back. Who are either of you proficient in nature?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an intelligence nature check.
All it has me to roll a 1. 8.
Do you wish to fail?
I'm double checking to make sure that I can do that with this character because I get my characters backwards. I want to make sure I don't do that. Yes, I'm going to burn a knowledge point to succeed.
Okay, you burn a knowledge point to succeed.
The
Those
second one I've used, I need a long rest, folks. I have one more of those to do before you do it. I do it once more.
the marks are feline in nature, but with a humanoid guise, like humanoid like fingers. You are drawn to the idea of lycanthropy and were-tigers.
Okay.
So it looks like this person, possibly Penny, maybe, was killed by some kind of lycanthrope or tiger. Roll
Can I tell
me.
who this is?
No, not yet. Sorry, I said that. This mummified body looks like they were killed by a humanoid that had feline-like claws. The only odd thing about the claws, and roll me a religion check.
Religion check?
A religion check.
Assist with religion and proficient. Since I was assisting with the investigation.
This one's in his head.
Okay,
This is
got
a,
it.
a mode of inspiration based off that.
26. I hope I didn't fail.
You know what Rakshasa is. The claw marks are backward.
Claw marks are what?
Rakshas's hands are on backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs are down.
Additionally, you do find, though many of the things were destroyed, you do find an additional note. It looks like this one was well preserved, and it was this one had not been destroyed, and it was inside a secret pocket inside the coat of the body. That's the one that you have in your hand.
This one?
That's the one, yeah, that you haven't read yet, but is right there. Additionally, there's also a scroll as well.
Okay. I'll take a look at the scroll.
Scroll appears to be a scroll of Speak with Dead. It is already cast at the 9th level,
Whoop.
and it says, "Do not use on me." In a handwriting that is familiar to the other notes in the room.
So it looks similar to what we've already seen.
Yes. Yeah, and which you had already read before in one of the things that was penned.
Mm-hmm.
That is all I have for this one.
That handwriting looked familiar.
Obscenely familiar.
There were 3 the large claw marks to make it a Rakshasa. Oh, the note in the pocket and the scroll.
And the scroll.
Okay, okay.
Those are the 3 things. And the scroll says, in the same handwriting,
Yeah.
"Do not use on me." Okay. And with that, the scene is yours. Ooh, here, I'll take the room. You don't have to deal. Yeah, as long as you do the camera flips. Anyway, given that, it is your guys' scene. What do you do?
Remember, did we say whether or not I read that out loud?
You read the initial note out loud. This was an additional note that was inside the pocket.
The one that I read in the recap was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all we've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is the one that was on the table, which
So we have an idea of the first thing.
can be seen here in the picture.
Mhm.
So we have an idea of whoever wrote this, all themselves Penny.
It is Penny.
Do I know of a different Penny Amber than Penny Fitzamber?
That's what I was just thinking, trying to comb my memory of the family tree and whatnot, whether I was named after a different penny.
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, but I'm not gonna go dig through the paperwork that we've been provided to go, I don't wanna cheat, Tony. Hey, Tony.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, this whole time, I've always had the lexicon up.
No, there is not another Penny in my that you know of.
Okay, this Penny, Catherine's Penny,
Yes.
has certain facial features that are unique to her, like everyone does. I'd
Yeah.
like to do an investigation and check the 2 faces to see if moles, scars, birthmarks, hairstyle, teeth, if they're similar to each other. And if I had to take Penny by the hand, I'm like, come here.
Let's consider this a skill challenge, right? Okay, so
Sure.
you are rolling investigation. Does anyone else want to roll medicine?
Penny, please compare. I need your help. I know this is hard, but I need to talk. I need to see your face.
I would say investigation, perception, and medicine would be the 3 checks.
Investigation.
Okay.
I'll do perception.
Perception, okay.
Would insight help at all?
I'm gonna. No, not for this scenario. It's a dead body.
I mean, I can
It's
try.
Additionally, if somebody is proficient in forgery tools, they can make a.
Ooh,
I
Okay. Then go ahead and make that roll. Everyone go ahead and roll, and I will collect successes.
what do
Intelligence and proficiency.
My perception was 24.
24. Woo! What's the
my
investment?
investigation was 20. My investigation was 22.
22. Okay.
18 on the die.
It'd be great.
There it is. Okay, 18, 19, 20. Proficient.
Okay. Intelligence.
Intel. Plus another 24.
Okay, that's 11 successes. Skylar.
Is there any way I could actually check to see if there's any kind of time magic around this body? Any kind of, from my studies and seeing what I've seen and from what I've read of Ocean of Time?
Yes, if you can roll a, do you have detect magic?
Yes.
Roll me an Arcana check, since you're aware of the potion.
Can I assist him with that because I would know that he's watching that.
Yes. So Skylar, roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay. And after that, I will give Dustin from there. Ross, do you have anything? Did you anything?
13.
13 with advantage. Okay. Skylar, there is a lingering magic that is around the body. With a 13, it could be, but you're not certain. It is too long decayed. Right? But there is magic still around the body still, considering how long the body might have potentially have been. And that the body is expired. Penny? That is very similar to your handwriting. It does deviate a little bit in pieces, but it's very similar to your handwriting. Ray and Justine?
Yes.
That is the body is very close. It's older, obviously. It's desiccated, obviously, but the bone structure matches. It does have the amber mark that all members of the amber family have. It's very close.
By very close, do you mean very close but or very close period?
Very close, but just like if I were to age 50 years, how close would I be to my comparison?
Stunningly handsome.
Yeah, it would be a little difficult. So it's close. You guys got a lot of successes. I would say it is.
Close for Penny's comfort.
It's too close to be comfortable. Anyway, with that, there is a letter. That letter is written in Artholian. And yeah. That letter is found on it's called Dearest Penny. It is on the shared drive.
Who found it? Did we get this a penny? And who found it?
You found it. Remember? You did the check.
Okay, making sure.
Would you like me to
Well,
read it out
so
loud, or do you want to go find it on the thing?
Go ahead and read it out loud. Interest.
Dearest Penny, if this letter finds you, time has both been cruel and kind. My journey through the folds of time has been fraught with peril and fraught with loss, and yet hope persists. The curse of Amber holds fast its grip upon our lineage, and my attempts to undo the mistakes that led us here have been in vain. Your father ventured into Averoin, delved into forbidden 10th sphere magic, and invoked the wrath of Kandeth by manipulating time across the plane. Course must be altered, lest all is lost. In the world of Averoin, where I spent over 2 decades, the shadow of Vetter Maja's sacrifice and Uzela's capture by the Black Guards of St. Tybalt loomed large. Sebastian, brave as ever, was irrevocably changed in the dungeons of Castle Amber. The costs have been grievous, the losses profound. The remnants of this letter hold keys, fractured as they may be, to paths less trodden and alliances unseen. The man with no left hand, cloaked in green at the Inn of Bon Jouissance. Did I pronounce that right?
Go for it. Better than I would.
Whatever. May prove an unlikely ally. He harbors no love for the church, a sentiment shared by many in Averoin. The Fae of blank and power, their price steep, their intentions wrapped in riddles. But their aid is indispensable. Take them out, but redacted. Our salvation may lie in the past, within the tomb of Amber. From this point, there are a lot of holes and things. Something, not something in our time, but hidden something O's of history. Venture there if you must, and find something by time's relentless march. The Church of the 12 Saints, something, the enigma of temporal voyages. Beware their magic. Something, Cyclops, Tartaro guards a truth. Something, quest. Is something key, unlock it, something. Beware Jack O. The scent of amber blood draws him near. Bad Patsy, Patxi. Tomb of Amber. Something is fraught with peril. Something that has delayed your transformation. Blank mother's love. Blank Anne's grim bargain. Anne's is capitalized as a name. Remember, Penny, even in the darkest times, light finds a way. Forge ahead with courage for our family, for our future. Something, holy city. Sebastian didn't something. With all the hope that time can hold, Penny Amber von Lors.
Okay, Sebastian's gonna look at Penny to just kind of to see how she's doing with this information. I don't know if anybody read it from you or telling me, but just like you know, he's paying a lot of attention to Penny right
Rolled a 14 performance check.
now. Would that be my perception or my investigation?
Insight, actually, to read people.
Oh, insight. Okay.
Wallace and I are going to stand over here in the corner because we didn't get mentioned in the letter.
God damn it!
Uzela's gonna go over to Tamir and be like, "We didn't kill her."
You can tell she's not doing good.
And then
But she's doing a real good job of trying real hard to
over to
hide that.
her and punch him.
Let's be fair, I'm not gonna sacrifice myself, you know.
Better not.
I'll sacrifice the moms. It's okay.
It's okay.
Honestly.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
That's your microphone. Vampire was 15 years ago.
Oh, God.
Why? How do you think I feel?
yeah.
I did post a
Days. Trust me, it's way up. I understand.
I posted a direct link in the Facebook chat as well.
I added a direct link in the notes.
Oh, good, yeah.
I said Catherine has letter dearest Penny, and then in quotes, and I linked it to the document.
Yeah, a lot of it's hard to understand just because a lot of it's redacted, but it's just because there's physical holes missing in the letter. Like it's been torn.
Unless you hidden figures.
Yeah, unless you're a determined nosy pig like me.
I did fix it so the redacted parts actually just have dashes now, which where there were letters.
That's fine. We have a printed copy.
We won't get rid of that.
No, the fuck you're not. You're going to have to tear this from my cold, dead hands, Tony.
Well, you already tore it from your own cold dead hands, so.
I just added my XP, by the way, and Tony, that's cool.
Just under level.
52 points.
Oh, so close.
Yep.
You just need to kill a couple first level boars.
For someone's dreams. That's what we're doing, right?
It is. It is. Anyway, the scene is yours. Sorry. Go ahead and let me know if you guys need anything.
Penny,
Yeah.
you need anything? She can tell he cares about her. This is his little sister as far as he's concerned. Do you need anything?
I need to know what is going on. As far as I can tell, that's me.
Or is
But
that-
several hundred years decayed.
Can I point something out to you?
Concerning what?
That's not a hag.
Yes, see that.
Great. So there's hope.
There was something in the letter about something delaying a transfer.
Yep. But we don't know what it is. We just know that it's possible. Maybe.
Joe, I do know what.
Something to do with the mother's love. And I would like to point out again that Hans Grim Bargain, H in hands is capitalized, and there's what is that?
Philosophy?
Yes, thank you. There's an apostrophe behind hands, and like a possessive,
Oh,
which
Okay,
makes me think of the hag we met earlier.
Out of character question, HANS or
DS,
HANDS?
like hands.
Okay.
So, not sure how to add it. It's looking to me as if we're not just dealing with time differentials, but also the universes, realms.
yeah. That's what it sounds like to me.
With there, when we were in the maze, there was like a pool that was showing a different realm or something.
Oh, yeah. Those weird people in the pool. They wanted out. I think they wanted to eat you.
It apparently everything wants to kill me here, but
It's part of the deal. It's our turn.
also, when I was looking at the picture, the paintings, it seemed that the figures were moving in pictures, like that might have been also maybe like a window to another dimension. Could I do like an insight to see if there's any connection
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation or an insight.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, 18?
15. So there's a couple things that come out to you, right? There's been a lot of discussion of Avalon, right? A lot of the discussion obviously is pointing towards probably a different place, right? Being from where you are in Mithras, right? The Fae come from different realms, right? There are realms outside of this reality, right? And you know that those different places are governed by potentially different, right? Some of those forces here are like the gods you know, right? And those gods have rules, but those rules only apply to the places they hold sway over, right? So potentially by going to a different place, if someone has clerical connections, those might be weakened or strengthened, depending on where you go. Definitely, there are other places in the plains like Theagus, the Nine Hells, the Fey Lands, right? Very obvious, but you literally have lived in a different place, right? That borders this reality, physically borders.
It's
It's
the
not,
city of Palm Stardust.
yeah, it's not outside of the bounds of that yes, there are probably different places. Even where you currently are, the Amber Estate, given what you have about it, may border that as well, right? The closer you get to the boundary between two worlds, the more the rules of both planes stop applying to either, right? It becomes kind of a neutral territory where things start mixing. You're seeing that happen. But where does it border close to? Is it close to one place? Is it a lot like Oklahoma, where it borders many different states, right? Are we in the Oklahoma of fantasy? Who knows? But in seriousness, yes, it's very possible. It seems like the boundary here between other places is weaker. One of these places is known to you, Avalon, but there could be others, especially when Nothian magic is at play.
I have two things. While reading the letter, I want to. She mentioned specifically the Black Hand, not Black Hand, Black Guards of Saint Vault, with Uzla's background.
Mm-hmm.
Is that who? Do we know who that is? Are we familiar with them?
You are familiar only because you've come across text here in the estate.
We've come across text from. Okay.
Saint Thibault the Resolute, patron saint of courage and leadership. He is described as a towering figure, radiating an aura of unwavering determination. His eyes reflect storms of his elemental domain. He is one of the 12 patron saints of Avalon.
Ah, so they captured Uzla to be their leader. Makes total sense.
Additionally, black armor seems familiar to you because you were warned about they literally have guys who are built to kill wizards.
The other thing, while she's kind of thinking on this, also looking around the room, because silver keys have been mentioned a number of times, I am looking for keys in this room, potentially on the body or in and about this room.
Roll me one more investigation check. You're specifically looking for that. DC is.
Can I give her advantage? Sorry.
You announce you're looking for this?
No. While he's focusing on Penny, but I would guidance myself if you would allow that.
Okay. DC 16 with guidance from Time Daddy.
Yeah. Say, oh, Daddy, there's a whole other plane of heretics. Fix this. So, yeah.
Okay.
So she's searching around.
That is the greatest prayer ever. Listen.
Thank you. 18. 18.
You see a loose floorboard in the bottom left corner of. There is a glint of. You walk over there. Are you taking it secretively or?
Everybody's talking and doing stuff. She just walks over there.
Nobody tends to be paying attention.
Nobody's paying attention to Uzula. She's just gonna wander off.
Okay,
It's still in the same room, so she assumes she's fine. She's not trying to be stealthy about it.
that's fine.
Yeah, but she goes over there.
Okay. Yeah. You go over there and
Mm-hmm.
pull open the floorboard,
Yep.
and there is a silver key under the floorboard. Take it. You put it in your pocket.
Mhm.
Anybody with a passive perception of 16 would notice. Same.
You want to roll?
One shot.
Your passive.
If it's your passive.
Passive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that one.
And outside of that, the scene is still yours.
That's what Uzula's doing. While
Yeah.
I want to see if there are any drawers or anything in the desk. Dig through to see if I can find any more anything else.
Okay.
This can't be all.
Go ahead and dig through the drawers. Roll me an investigation check.
18.
18. Okay, you find several different segments of paper, but something has, with razor sharp claws, torn at them. You think it might be possible to put them back together, right?
Okay.
But it's difficult. Right? It's going to take a long time to put them back together. Probably several successive checks over probably days.
Okay.
But it is doable. So you can put you have the fragments of Penny's journal in your inventory, and as you make checks throughout the game to put them back together, I will give you seconds.
Tony,
Yep.
looking at the body, I know that most likely the Rakshasa did this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to mention it out loud. And I'm going to start with Damalas, actually. Damalas, what do you think of these flowers? Sounds like a Rakshasa to me. Any ideas? He's going to say it loud enough for everyone to hear. He's just trying to get more people thinking about this.
Demolis, do you have religion?
Not really.
You have heard stories from. You've heard about soul merchant. They are demonic, fiendish in origin. Lots of stories of them trading souls, tricking people, turning into other people, pretending to those people, leading people on evil lives.
Uzula would pipe up and she hears you say Rakshasa to Damalis.
I'm purposely loud so she can hear it, yes.
Yep. She'd probably stand up from the corner and say, "Oh, the soul merchants? They're nasty. They
Well, you know their hands are on backwards. Right?
yeah. Weird.
So, and he points the claw marks like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's gross. But yeah. They don't like magic.
Tony, what do I know? about them. I mean, I rolled 26, so I'm assuming I got pretty good.
You can ask me 3 things about Rakshasas. Do you know for certain?
How about I make sure I ask the same 3 things I asked in the other games so I don't confuse my knowledge base?
All right. Rakshasas have one famous weakness. If they are pierced through the heart with a golden tipped crossbow bolt, and that crossbow bolt with the golden head is blessed from a cleric of a god of good alignment, will kill them. They are famously immune to magic. Like, it rolls off them. Like water on an otter's back. And they are soul merchants. They are buyers, traders of souls. They are tricksters to the extreme, and they are fiends to the absolute, right? They follow deals. They're extremely lawful.
Tony, I gotta ask this because this is almost, I can be way off base here, but is it possible to theorize why the scroll says don't use it on me is because the soul isn't in that body? I mean, the soul wouldn't be in the body anyway, it's dead. Would that?
There's a lot of things that are possible.
Sebastian would think about. Scroll speak with dad said not to use it on his body. A soul merchant killed this version of our version of Penny. You, the appointed Penny, is here and has her soul intact. Is it possible that your future self cheated him out of it? Which I would think is very clever. They don't usually get their hands dirty.
Entirely possible.
That is something you would do, right? Fuck somebody out of something because you know they're evil. That's a good thing. I'm not bagging on you for that. I'm not gonna make it.
Answer. And instead only smiles and continues searching for papers.
Just keep that in mind. Should history repeat itself?
Is there anything that Uzula would know in addition to what Sebastian's already? Just since she's heard of them before, she knows about their trickster ways and the lawful that.
Just lots of stories. They love to corrupt. They don't. There are no stories that you know of like Rakshasa warriors who will like fight you honorably one-on-one. Most of them slit your throats while you're sleeping or trick you into like eating your own brother.
Right.
Like they're, or they'll turn into like your cousin and give you bad information and send you on a terrible quest.
Yeah. I mean, she would, when she's talking about the soul merchants and how they're tricky, she would mention sometimes they look like other people. They like to steal faces. So then she'll go up to Sebastian, like, come here. And she'll like pull on your ears. See how your face doesn't come off?
Yes, I see that.
You're not a Rakshasa.
Thank you.
Just in case you were wondering.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Check that.
Check.
And nod towards the corpse.
I don't want it.
Okay.
Fine. He goes over.
I'm going to stand between the corpse and Penny to make sure Penny's not watching this, but just to make sure that the Rakshasa is not the one who's dead in that chair.
Okay, can I see the picture again?
Because that would be something a Rakshasa would do.
It is.
Okay,
It
so
is.
it's got
And
yours.
that is deeply unsettling.
And he's not looking.
Which is why,
Okay.
that's why you have to think who it is.
Ears.
Something you expect to happen happens. And
Put it back.
I did not ever want that mental visual image.
Like, I don't want to try to like put it back.
Is she holding 2 ears?
Trying to gently
So like
set it back on the skull.
oh no, that's just the ears.
Oh, the ears
Oh,
come
just
off.
the ears. Okay.
Oh, okay, so just the ears come. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So just the ears come off. I look at Sebastian and I have 2 ears in my hands.
They're awkwardly sticky in your hand.
So after I drop them off in your hands, I'm like wiping my hands off your sleeves, and I'm going, yeah.
On me? Okay. If you do a hand with the ears, he is going to take a step backwards. He knows what you did to Tamales. I'm not going to let you do that again. No. I'm going to wipe your hands again.
Wait, do I have necrotic hands now? She looks for her brother.
I'm sitting by the doorway, ready to close it in your face.
I put the ears respectfully back in the lap of the body.
I am cursed with an overactive imagination. This is horrifying, and I need to go wash my hands immediately.
It is a
Put a sink around or something.
yeah, right around the corner.
Okay. At 9 o'clock, do you want to take a break at 9? Okay.
So essentially, she'll come back and say,
Made me do this. Don't like it.
Penny, looking absolutely horrified, is going to hand you a handkerchief for your little paws.
she, instead of grabbing it, she just and drags her hands down. No, not even.
Oh,
Just drags it.
Oh no, as soon as you touch it, I let go.
Oh,
That's yours.
oh, okay. Then
Nope.
she's just standing there doing this with this face. I never trusted you again, Sebastian. Why did you make me do that? What did I do?
Because you knew what you were looking for. You had a father, and wanted to make sure you had everything you had to make. I thought that would be good for you. It's quite sincere.
What?
What was that, Jeffrey?
That was out of character. Me going, it's teaching you not to touch things you shouldn't.
Stop her from doing it.
No, it's
She's
not.
not just not gonna grab a head on a dead body anymore.
Oh, that is deeply upsetting.
She'll say out loud, they're not hands or fingers. Like they're ears, right? They're not hands or fingers.
No, they're just ears.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I guess who else was investigating the body? I forgot to add other things, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to look at the body, the
Okay.
earless body.
The earless body. I'll give you this. Since you've been kind of looking at it for a while, you do notice one more thing. There is a wedding band on the left hand.
What can we use anything from the wedding?
Are you going to take the ring off?
Yeah. I'd also like to look at the hands. Do anything.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm just talking to the hands.
The hands are kind of what you expect. There are some odd scars on the left hand as you look at the. I have to look up the notes. Give me a second. There is on the in palm of the left hand. There is a burn. The burn. Just trying to see what it would look like. Okay. The burn is in the shape of a tree, and behind the tree is a castle. It's odd. It's like the burn. It's like it seems to be a burn on the in palm of the. It's in the shape of a weeping willow tree, and under that tree is a small, and behind it is a small. It looks kind of like a city. Actually, not a castle, like a city.
Left or right?
Left hand. Underneath it, there is some weird writing in a language you do not know.
That none of us would know.
If you know Old Pelorian, you would know. Which I think is what Sebastian and Penny. Know that one? It says the Holy City.
Since I was able to read both notes.
True.
in before.
Yeah, it says the Holy City.
Where does it say that? Tell me specifically where it says that.
Underneath the burn. So the burn is in a circular it's a circular burn on the left hand inside the palm, much like a brand of a weeping
Gotcha.
willow with a town behind it. And more symbolistic, like of a weeping willow and a town behind it. Underneath it, burned in, it says the Holy City in Old Pelori.
Is it like tattooed or burnt?
It's like- It's like a brand.
So they branded a word into her? Jesus.
Well, the wording is just underneath. Like,
It's a whole like brand with it.
yeah. Much like a coin, it has, like around it, but yeah. Yeah, it's
So very Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And the ring is on the other. No, it would be on the same hand. It'd be on the left
I'm
hand.
gonna say it's on the left hand.
Yeah, it would be on the left hand.
So Ross, what were you saying?
Does anybody know anything about the what Holy City?
The Holy City, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reference that I know of.
Well, I'm wondering if Penny should get.
You say that out loud.
Yeah.
How squishy does that hand feel, Damalis? Does it crumble at his touch?
It doesn't crumble at his
Feel-
touch. It doesn't
feel-
crumble at his touch. It's mummified.
So it's brittle.
So the ring should come off easily, right? Because that means it doesn't get it in.
Yes, the ring would come off easily.
Use
I'll
the mage
take
hand
it.
to remove the ring. I'm not touching it.
Mage hand to remove the ring. Okay. It is a beautiful silver ring with a golden bear upon the front kind of put upon the set upon the tip, and there is writing on the inside.
They're
Like
like embossed on it.
embossed, I guess would be
Okay.
better. Yeah.
Sorry.
A golden bear embossed upon a silver
Silver
ring.
ring with a golden bear embossed.
I'm bringing the ring over to myself with the mage hand thingy. Can I read the writing on the inside?
Margot de Leors.
Margot, worse,
De Leors.
much like Von Lors.
Yes. Vaughn is a common, like, yeah, it's like you have your name. You know, some people have hyphens, they put names together. Well, in Cartholian style, they have Vaughn in whatever their name was. Much like if you look at the family lexicon, a lot of the brides, the people who married in, have like Vaughn and then their name.
So glad I have this letter. I can copy and paste. It's really nice.
Amazing. I love that.
It's actually spelled right.
Yay! Yeah, that's pronounced Margot, by the way.
Is it Margot? Margot?
Yeah,
Okay.
Margot.
Margot? Okay. I'm not good at names.
Yeah, I know.
What?
That's why I was putting
Every
it up.
NPC should be named Bob. Bob Bobson.
You get confused enough. We don't need everybody to be named Bob.
Yeah,
To make it worse.
Remind me to tell you the break about the Legion of Bob.
Mhm.
The Legion of Bob.
What do we want to
Speaking of, it is.
It is 9 o'clock. How about we take, do you want to take a 5-minute break or do you want to take a 10-minute?
Do you need to take the dogs out?
Yeah, we need to take up their fun.
Okay.
15.
Let's take a 15-minute break. So,
Okay.
after these messages, we'll be right back. I got the audio back on. All right, we are back from break. The scene is still yours. Let me know if you need anything. You guys, once again, are in area. I believe it is 25?
85?
85, room 85.
So you said that the ring was on Penny Amber's dead body was magical.
Yes, it's magical.
So what kind of magic? Because I would have actually been studying
Abjuration magic.
that. Okay. I'm gonna try and figure out what spells.
I'll give it to you. It seems to be a version of protection from good and evil, except highly specialized. Again, something very specific. You don't know what that thing is. Your only hints is on the instep or the inside of the ring, at the very top, on the other side of where that bear is, you see a symbol of a imp and a hammer. An imp and a hammer. So it's a picture of an imp, and there is a hammer across the face of the imp. It looks like it wasn't a part of the original ring. It has been etched into the ring as a part of the cap.
Ring of imp bashing.
That tracks.
Whose symbol would be of an imp and a hammer?
Are you asking out loud?
I'm kind of slightly my head towards Sebastian when I say that.
Is there any type of rule I can make that would help with that?
No, but you do know you will recognize the symbol if you see it again in the future or the past.
Let's commit this to memory so we don't forget this.
In other words, it's a ring of protection from evil, but it's specifically protecting from
Imp evil.
something.
From one specific thing. From a very
One specific thing I've never seen or heard of before.
Rakshasas.
Did it help?
It's a powerful spell. It's just hyper specialized.
Just because I'm feeling impish, I'm going to slide that ring.
Okay. No. Just add that you have that ring.
What finger do you put it on?
I'm going to put it on the same finger we took it off of. Just because it's perverse.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to list?
Just a ring, a magical ring, right? And just put the details on it. You can mark it as the wedding band of the name I gave you.
Margot?
Yes. Margot Delors.
Margot Von Lors.
Lors. Okay. Let me know if you need anything else.
And you just like, here it comes. Uzula's just.
I think we've looked at every nook and cranny of this room. I hate to pull people away from their problems. I think we need to move on.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm just.
We are. There are.
Room 85.
I know, but I can't find it on the map.
Bottom right hand side of the map.
Next to the basement.
Yeah, that does.
I got my cursor on it.
About line 110, column VA.
Yep, thank you. Alright, so when Vetter says that, Oozle is gonna walk out and head this direction.
Cool.
Looking down or up this hallway towards that door we haven't opened yet.
Okay, cool. Walking on the hallway.
Yeah, we never closed the doors. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't roll 20. Okay.
Hold up, sister.
She's waiting at that T intersection.
You know, thinking about it, there's an another section we haven't explored that we haven't found a door for.
On this side?
Yeah,
Where?
there's got to be something next to behind room 95 and 93
Is that the second floor? That is the second floor, right?
I mean,
on the second floor here.
we didn't go into room 94. All you guys did is open the door, see a kitten, get scared, and run away.
That's fair.
Well, I saw the magic on the wall of what it was
Well, what was it doing?
doing. Making that thing into a tent
What was it?
from what it actually is.
Oh, what is it?
Something much bigger.
Like a much bigger cat? Like a much bigger werecat?
Is it like a Rakshasa?
Put his hands on backwards?
Oh, you know, I did fuck up something. I only revealed half of room 95.
Give it Tony my immersion.
I know. I just realized it's looking at the map. Sorry. This room 95 does have a door leading south and a door leading east.
Oh, we should probably check the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had noticed that there was a door in the back of Jean Louis' room.
We never went into Jean Louis' room.
No, we did, because we had to get the book
We.
and the shield.
Oh no, I was thinking Gaston's room. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, got Stone's room, you guys know.
Yeah, we note.
That's a whole lot of curse.
I don't know why. As a weapon of mass destruction, if used appropriately.
So, where do you guys go?
Because we can't trust Ursula to use.
I don't know why you can't do anything. You can't trust Ursula. She has fixed every problem. Even when you idiots get it done yourself and get yourself cursed by statues, Ursula fixed it.
So I assume you guys are going to room 95 then?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move the red dot to 95. You have a door leading south, and you have a door leading, technically a door leading east and a door leading north.
Right. Because everything here is screwed up with the north south.
Yes, I blame. I wish I could flip it around, but then all the room descriptions wouldn't make sense.
Okay. Ursula goes up to this one and waits for Tamir.
Tamir,
I don't know if you
check
can
the door
see
for traps.
Yeah, check the door for traps. Go ahead and roll me a perception and investigation check.
Perception is a 13, and investigation is a 3. I rolled a 1.
Seems safe. It's definitely locked, though. It is locked.
Okay, so I will do my sleight of hand and pick the lock. Nothing bad can happen. 24.
24. Unlocked easily.
I will unlock the door
Okay.
and open it and stand to the side. So Oozla gets to be the first one in.
Okay.
So Uzla is standing in the room, door of room
Hey,
The 97.
97.
97. Let me reveal the room. I think. Am I revealing it right? Yes, I. Hmm. Maybe? Am I revealing that room right? Yeah. Fairly large room, sorry. Let me. There we go. It is a very large room. Okay. This appears to have been a bedchamber, but the room is strangely bare. A wooden bed frame with no mattress, bedclothes, or canopy stands near the east wall. An intricately carved wardrobe rests in the corner, its doors missing entirely. A faint ring of dust on the floor shows where a rug once laid. Seemingly out of place, a cryptic looking brazier made from tarnished silver and decorated with intricate geometric designs that seems to swim before your eyes.
hey, Vetter, want to see if that's magic?
Yeah, I'm already looking.
Okay, you are looking at the brazier then, Skylar?
Uh-huh.
The brazier is filled with curious amber colored chunks of coal.
What kind of coal is that?
The coal glows as if magical, but it is coal and is amber colored.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
What kind of magic?
Divination and illusion.
Oh,
The brazier itself is also slightly magical. Also with divination and illusion.
I'm gonna try and study it to figure out what it does.
Roll me an arcana check. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna look around the room.
I want to take a look at where the rug was.
The rug.
Really?
Roll me a perception check. How much did you get, Skylar?
I was asking to see if I could get a, but
I mean, you're doing an Arcana check.
yeah.
I would assist.
You're proficient in arcana?
I am.
Okay, then you can assist. Roll with advantage, Skylar.
How my rolls tonight? 13.
You are having a rough day.
Jesus.
Uzla just see shiny rock.
It looks like there's something with the braziers and the coal, like they're tied together.
You know what? Would my merchant skill help me here?
It would tell you if you want to burn for it. I would tell you what the brazier might be worth.
Yeah, no, I'm not really worried about that.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Sadly, nothing. It looks like there was once a rug here. Probably large, probably intricate, very thick. But
Have I ever been in this room?
you have never been in this room. These rooms have been locked. No one has been in these rooms. Stephen has made sure. No.
There wasn't a bed in the in room 95, was there? 'Cause I knew there was a desk, and there was a sword and a shield and a fireplace.
Small room is a bedchamber in state of disuse. Dust is everywhere, and the air is stale. A small bed, seemingly sized for a child or halfling, rests in the corner of the room.
So a nice crib.
Well, more than a like for maybe like a small twin.
Okay.
Um, you know that fireplace when stepped into it. You think the brazier could the flames be magical?
Yeah, some kind of divination,
Well,
some
or
kind of divination spell that it's gonna cast.
maybe if you put something in it, or maybe it brings something here.
What happens if we poke it with a stick?
I think we'd have to set that stick on fire.
And what Uzula knows and has
You know what?
the people watching.
There's one easy way to figure out. That's what I think.
Brazier or
I'm gonna
familiar.
It looks like a brazier. The amber colored coal seems interesting.
But like I haven't seen we saw those eyes while we were at the funeral, and there were other things watching, and we know that throughout, especially in that one hallway on the other side, we saw things, but none of that strikes me as potentially okay.
It looks like an interesting magical brazier with amber colored coal.
Oh, is it hot?
No, because it is unlit.
All right, what were you saying, Skylar?
Skylar.
I was just saying, well, there's one easy way to figure out what it is. I'm gonna light the brazier, and as I'm going to try and channel my focus into it, thinking of Gaston Amber.
Okay. Now, Skylar, I'm going to read box text. A flowering line of silver becomes visible in the smoke. Slithering like a snake, it curls in upon itself, grasping its tail in its mouth to make an oval form of the Ouroboros. It appears to reflect the bedroom briefly like an ancient mirror, before it uncurls itself. The line then stands straight and resolute like a sword blade, its tail twisting in the form of a hilt and handle. The blade points about the room at each person present as if counting their numbers or evaluating them. The blade then collapses into a coil as the sinuous line wraps around itself in the form of a ring shape, again an Ouroboros. A brief glimpse of purple stone appears to crown a piece of misty jewelry before it then uncoils, unwinding itself in links, one atop the other. The serpentine shape then forms the outline of a long-necked, fat-bodied bottle, complete with stopper. The line's tail twitches back and forth, making its noise of a metronome counting out seconds. Suddenly, the bottle shape and line are gone. Dimly seen through the mist is a massive tomb made of amber-colored marble. The name Stephen Amber is inscribed above the closed mausoleum's door. The smoke begins to fade, taking the vision of the tomb with it, leaving only an empty bedchamber behind. Let me know if you need me to read that again. There's a lot there.
So first it was.
While that,
Go ahead.
while that's happening, what do I see in the magical spectrum?
a lot of illusion and divination, right? It's trying to tell you something. Using the illusion of the smoke to tell you something about divination, which is kind of like a 4th level spell, legend lore. So that's what you get out of that. Outside of that, it's what I read.
Okay, so it turns into Silverline comes out, turns into a snake. Then it eats itself, and it turns into a sword, points at each person in the room, then falls and wraps itself in a coil, and it turns into a ring specifically with a purple stone set in it. Then it changes a few more times into a bottle lion, and then a tomb, specifically Stephen Amber's tomb.
Yes, and it's very specific about it's showing that it's an Ouroboros, like time biting in with itself. It turns into a sword. The sword looks very specific for a moment. It looks like a sword, a very decorative sword. Your character would recognize Fey-like features on the sword. Very specific Fey-like features of that blade. You're not able to get much more specific, but you've seen a Fey sword before. It looked like a Fey sword. It then changed again into that ring of that shape. Again, it looked like a snake, but then it suddenly did shift and looked very much like a very specific ring. Like it's trying to show you something specific. It then changed again and turned into a bottle with a stopper. It first looked like a snake, but then it turned into something very specific. It then, in a language that no one here knows, is written something on. It's very hard to understand, but no, Ray, you have a chance.
Mhm.
You have a chance.
Okay.
Roll.
What should I use?
Roll me intelligence, and it's an intelligence roll, specifically musical in nature. The stopper itself is not written in words; it is written in musical anagrams, or whatever that's called. You know, like
Musical notation?
musical notation.
Okay, hold on real quick. All right, so just a straight intelligence roll?
Intelligence plus proficiency. It's your proficiency in musical instruments. Anybody else? Oh, Justine's character would also get a roll because
On what?
you would also get intelligence plus proficiency because your character plays musical instruments. You would have a chance to know.
We got a
Not that
total-
kind of work.
we got a total of 13.
13? Okay. I thought you did
Peter
have.
Brewer. Peter Brewer.
Oh,
Nine.
sorry. I thought you had the performance. I thought you had the.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think. Well, let me check.
You play musical instrument? That's the question. Do you have on your? I'll show you.
I have the entertainer, not the performer.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. Hey,
That's okay. I
Ray,
mean, I would happily roll it, but I don't want to.
anybody else that has proficiency in a musical instrument can also make a roll. But only if you're proficient in a musical instrument. Ray, what was your total?
13. No, I didn't roll well.
13? Okay. Anybody else?
Not with that, but I
Okay.
want to move on to when you're.
You were able to get one thing off that because like specifically as a bard, music, right, is magical as well, right? It's using harmonic
absolutely.
sounds. Much like a wizard spell list, right? You can write out something using magical notes. You're only able to get the first part that says time. On that bottle is the word time.
Jim Croce's music starts playing.
Do you say that?
No, he does not. Not this time.
Let me see.
He's trying to piece together the rest of it.
A long necked, fat bodied bottle, complete with stopper, and with that on the body of it. And then the tomb.
specifically with the snake and the ring and the Orbos, or
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
whatever. Specifically with all of that, Uzla wants to check with time. Like, is any of that striking true? I don't know if you want religion or arcana for that, but she would be focusing on those if anything strikes a chord, or she's heard a story. I'm willing to bring this to the point for I've heard a story. Specifically because she's got time to.
If this was a story, you heard the point.
Okay.
If this is a story, something is trying to tell you that all these things are tied together and lead to the two. Like it's trying to tell you something. That's it. That is all. I will give you nothing else.
With no roll or anything
No,
else.
I'm giving you nothing else.
Got it.
All these are tied together and something to do with the two.
Or is or was super divination haven't heard about this.
Okay. 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 What do you say?
I mean, Mother came across a brazier that showed us a vision, and I'll explain what we saw and ask if she knows what it has any.
She would only say, sounds like Stephen and Catherine's bedroom. No one's been in that bedroom since Stephen, when he locked himself away and got obsessed with his research. I didn't know there was a brazier in that room. None of those things sound familiar to me.
How are we spelling Catherine?
Catherines.
Catherine.
That's Catherine. That's literally just Catherine.
Okay, Tony can't do that.
That's fine. I was just like, okay, that's a weird one, but no matter. Catherine.
I've
They don't-
definitely
actually know
been
what
called that on
Catherine
the
is,
phone many a time.
You've been called Catherine on the phone?
Catherine.
Oh, is that your real name?
Thank you, Grandma.
You're welcome.
Catchy is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Which one?
Catchy.
I get Jessie all the time, but one time somebody called me Aubrey, and I was like, that is not, like, I understand Jessie from Justine, but Aubrey?
The one I really
There's
don't
not-
get is Patrice. You gotta get that all the time.
That's not even close. Like, I'll get one or the other, but it's not even close.
I get Gary all the time.
Gary?
Ray sounds like we missed the first part. Gary.
Oh, yeah, I guess, maybe.
Anyway,
I get it all the time.
But yeah, these seem tied together. As like it's almost like a form.
Oh, like a formula?
Yeah, like you need them all for something.
The sword, have I seen it before?
No, but it looks magical. Like, and it looks High Lord, Fey magical. Like something you would see on the belt of a king.
Would I recognize any of the symbols?
It's only that it looks. It's like, think of it like looking at a Japanese building, right? You just know it looks like that, right? You wouldn't be able to place the building, but you would go, that looks like it has a genre to it, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So, but that's it. So a sword, a ring, a bottle filled with liquid, with time written on it, and then tomb with your father's name written upon it.
A line.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the sound of time. Yes. The beating of a clock.
Where's
Leaving an
that?
empty bed.
Sure. Where's the clock?
Suddenly, the bottle-shaped line are gone, dimly seen through the mist is a massive tomb made of amber-colored marble. The name Stephen Amber is inscribed above the closed mausoleum door. The smoke begins to fade, taking the vision of the tomb with it, leaving an empty bedchamber behind. Maybe it's a fuck. Waiting. Okay, one time. A serpentine shape then forms the outline of a long neck, back body bottle, complete with stopper. The line tail twitches back and forth, making the noise of a metronome counting out the seconds.
So we had a vision, and the vision went away.
Yeah, but you all saw it. It was illusion and all that. So you all saw it with it, and then it's gone.
And Sword specifically pointed to each and every one of us as if it were measuring it,
Yes.
taking our measure.
As of taking your measure.
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, Uzula would say out loud, whatever those things are, we need them all to do whatever this is. And I almost wonder if one of these things is in Steven's tomb.
Wouldn't be surprised if they're all within Stephen's tomb, or required to get us to Stephen's tomb. So none of the items are actually in the room's actually pretty empty.
This room is empty outside of that. The only thing in here is that 200-pound brazier made of solid silver.
I'd like to ask Hervé to take magic on that here as well. I know this was already done, but I'm curious about something else.
Okay. It's like, of course. He will detect magic on the brazier.
Scatter, when you did this, better when you did this, you just had the magic a minute ago, right?
Mhm.
Were you able to get the schools of magic off of them?
Divination and illusion. I figured the illusion was so it show what the divination was.
And I agree with that, but I want to check something. Tony, just in case the illusion magic that was on it was to actually hide what kind of magic is actually on this thing, which is a double layer I don't have to think about. Let's just make sure it actually does the same thing to me that it did first.
Roll another investigation.
Clearly, I don't trust illusions. 16.
16. If there is, you're not able to tell.
Okay. And with this up, is there any sense that? Nah, never mind. That's too hard a question for the detect magic to figure out. Never mind. This is in room 97.
7.
Thank you.
Need some move. Not see the line to activate this to see if it shows something different. Direct bloodline.
Well, that's nobody here.
Penny's mother.
Yeah, but I doubt we could get my mother to come up here.
Why can't we take the brazier to them?
200 pounds.
I can't carry that.
Could we even fit it through the door?
No, it's not. It's probably
With
not.
dumping out all the stuff in it?
I don't suppose we want to light that, do we? It's not lit, right?
It's currently no longer lit. The coals have gone dark. They look like they can be lit again.
If you light it, I'd be curious to know if there was heat coming from.
You try it. Whether the brazier's still warm after the fire's gone out, or
No, well, if it's lit, I'm wondering if the fire is giving off heat Or if you
Or if
could,
it's just like an illusion or.
yeah,
Hmm.
or
You want to stick your hand in the fire, Demolis?
well, if it's not,
It's illusionary.
So you light the coals of flame again.
I do.
You use fire. You light the coals
use-
of flame.
And
You again see what I described. The coals give off a cool heat. It doesn't burn your hands. It's kind of like giving off a radiant fire. Like fire just being the catalyst for the spell to ignite.
seeing, we're all still standing around this, so you guys would see Uzula light this again. Would that give them a second chance at the words?
Yes, it would. Ray,
With
giving close examination, you get a second shot at the word.
And knowing he's looking, can I give him guidance?
Yes, you can.
Add a d4.
okay, so another intelligence check, right?
Yes.
Much better. And 14, 18 plus my plus my efficiency bonus, right?
Yeah.
21.
Potion of temporal travel.
I've never heard of this thing, have I?
Uh,
Told it yet. I don't think I have.
Don't you have the rest?
So we'll say it out loud. That's a potion of temporal travel. I got it approved.
I mean, we kind of do. We know there's a the time potion. It could just be that.
Oh, yeah.
We
That
don't,
actually makes sense.
don't we have the recipe for it? She looks at better.
Vetter is second. Not doing so well at the fact that he got a 10 of perception.
Oh, Oozle is staring him down.
and he's obviously lying, so.
Come on. She punches him in the shoulder. Out with it.
What? Out of what?
You know what? I will hit you again. She hits him again.
Stop it. What?
Spill.
Steven was working on a potion of temporal travel.
Oozle's
I
doing.
may know a third of the recipe.
In the wardrobe, are there any drawers left, like in the bottom? Sometimes there's drawers. Like basically looking for any. Who's gonna start searching the room for anything that could be like a stash place? Like we found stuff under the floorboards. She's looking through drawers. Like I know there's not a lot in the room, but there was some furniture, and so anything where Stephen might have stashed something else.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me one more perception check. One more person that might be.
Yeah, I know I'm doing it.
Okay.
Can the rest of us help look around? Because, like, at this point,
Yeah. I'm looking for secret doors too.
I'll say since it's a dog pile check, this is the last. This is all of you helping. Look for it. I'll consider this a skill challenge. So she's rolling perception. What are you guys doing to help? Outside of
Jesus.
perception.
I mean, I'd probably call it invisible. I'm trying to
Okay.
look at everything super close, like
Okay. In
touching
investigation.
everything.
I mentioned early on that I was going through the room, so
Roll me a survival check then. So you're rolling perception. You're rolling investigation. You're rolling survival.
woo! A 3, but I didn't roll a 1.
Okay. Okay.
Personal, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna add all these together in a minute.
Can I get a history roll?
Yeah, that sounds fine. History.
30-20.
Anybody else?
27.
Okay, do an insight.
Insight. Something else. Arcana. Where would wizards hide things? Would be appropriate.
Tony?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask for totals in a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh,
Go, make sure.
Ross, is there any skill you were thinking of doing? Sleight of hand, like
Oh, for stash and stuff?
yeah, like these are just skills that are germane to trying to find something hidden that a wizard might hide.
Would I think I'm probably not thinking of this in the right way, but deception?
Sleight of hand would be more appropriate.
Yeah.
Like hiding a
I
thing.
could try a sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it. Skylar, go ahead and roll an Arcana, and I'm going to go around the room and collect totals. So you had 22. We're up to 3.
30-20.
Oh, dirty 20. We're up to 3. Justine
I rolled a 3,
rolled a 3. All right,
but I didn't roll a 1.
you're right. It's true. We're back down to 3. Skylar, what'd you get?
18.
18. That's 2 more. Ray,
Natural 20, 27.
27. Natural 20 gives you a bonus. 27 gives you 4. We're up to 10 successes.
With my bonus, I'd be a 23.
23. We are.
But he also had a natural 20.
Oh, which is a bonus. Okay, you guys are at 16 total successes, which is quite a few divided by the amount of players. Okay. Underneath the floorboards, where that carpet was, you were able to pull back a loose floorboard. There is a wizard's spellbook. There is a painting, but it's been rolled up. It's a rolled up canvas. When you unroll it and look at it, it's of a beautiful landscape, very scenic, which depicts a tomb. There is a date upon it, which is the date the tomb was built. The date is 350 years ago. And at the bottom it says the tomb of Stephen Amber. And it's written in Old Felorian, and it doesn't say where it is specifically, but it says it's in the lands of Averoin. But it does depict where it is. You see a mountain, you see a hill, you see certain landmarks. And the date is 350 years. Additionally, you find some marvelous pigment. It's a magic item. It is a wondrous magic item. I gotta find the name of it. Okay. It's called Marvelous Pigments, and there is only one pot left. So that can cover 100 square feet of a surface. For anybody who wants that magic item.
Is there anything else in there?
That's it. The magic item, canvas. There's a third thing. What was that third thing? Oh, the wizard spellbook. Skylar, that wizard spellbook. Now you have 2/3 of the recipe.
I will take the spell book for that.
You have 2/3 of the recipe for the potion of temporal trap. That is it for this room.
I'm gonna check out Jean-Marie's closet.
There's a lot of beautiful clothes. There
No,
is.
like the door in the wall that looks like the
Oh, you're just going off on a door on your own?
Oh, Jean Louis' closet. Yes. As you do open that up, it is another room. Jean Louis' closet. Let me While everyone else is doing this, you're going into the beautiful closet. Let me uncolor this room. This room is room 96. Okay. This small room. Oh, never mind. Is it? Give me a second, sorry. I have to reference the map to make sure I'm describing the correct room. It is 96. Oh, I do have the wrong banner showing for this entire episode. And I have mislabeled this episode. Nope, that's not it. That's not it.
Yep.
Down.
How do we see the banner? I don't even see what the banner is.
Amber family. There we go. I have had the wrong banner going. And as I look,
On the Twitch stream.
Oh, it's
it,
on the Twitch stream. Gotcha.
I also have the wrong name. This is 27.
Sorry, I just noticed.
It's okay. I am
noticed. terrible
terrible about that. So this whole time we've been like, not appearing in this episode, any of these people. So,
Not that anybody watches.
so 96. This small room is a bedchamber in a state of disuse. Dust is everywhere. The air is stale. A small bed seemingly. Okay, so I described the antechamber wrong. So I discovered the antechamber. This is the bedroom. Sorry.
Okay.
So
it's like
the first room is the antechamber, which was Jean Louis' bedroom. This is another bedroom separate off to the side. So this small room is a bedchamber in a state of disuse. Dust is everywhere. The air is stale. A small bed, seemingly the size for a child or halfling, rests in the small one corner of the room. Across the chamber is a low desk with a minuscule chair. The desk is covered with dense tomes, scrolls, and similar written works. A large box the size of a treasure chest, adorned with masked figures and painted clowns, stands across from the room's entrance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As I'm walking,
That's the
it is
description.
just constantly chiming. So does anything turn into a fucking mimic?
No, no.
Okay.
Nothing does.
Thank you for the reminder.
Some of us love certain monsters more than others.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of the movie.
Before I exit the other room, did anybody take the ink pot?
Want it? Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
And also want to clarify one thing. When the brazier was lit,
Yes.
you said it was a cool heat.
A cool heat.
Okay. So it wouldn't burn if you were to put your hand.
It did not burn your hand.
Okay.
Okay. And the razor weighs 200 pounds, but it's possible to transport. It's just going to be heavy, and you're not a very
We
mesmerized.
left that room though, right? We left that room, right?
You're still
You
in that
guys are
room.
still in there. I went barging into the other room because I wanted to
Okay.
look in Sean Louis' closet, at least what I thought was a closet.
Yeah. So the Area 95 was Jean Louis, the son of Catherine and Stephen Amber. That was his room. This is another room off to the side, not Jean Louis' room, but it is off to the side of Jean Louis and of Stephen and Catherine Amber. So it's an intertied room to these three. This one is not Jean Louis' room, but appears to be a small child's room.
Do I see anything in there that would maybe any idea of whose room it would be?
Roll me an investigation check. Again, the description of the room: a small room bedchamber, the state of disuse. Dust is everywhere, the air is stale. A small bed, seemingly the size of a child or halfling, rests in the corner of the room. Across the chamber is a low desk with a minuscule chair. The desk is covered with dense tomes, scrolls, and similar written works. A small box, the size of a treasure chest, and adorned with masked figures and painted clowns, stands across.
Certainly want to pay special attention to the books and scrolls. But it's investigation, let's see, plus 6, so 22.
Okay. They appear to be bardic in nature, bardic magic, and wizardry magic as well. There are 2 completed scrolls on the deck that have been finished. A scroll of Charm Monster and a scroll of Polymorph. Cast by a 6th level caster. Also to note, what did you get again?
22.
22. You gain one more thing. The scrolls are signed, right? Sometimes wizards will sign their scrolls, especially if it's their handiwork. It is in a childlike written. It's in a childlike script, like a very young wizard, like an apprentice wizard. It is signed Petit Singh Amber.
Oh, no.
None of you've heard this name. You've never heard it with Amber at the end.
Right.
Yep. Well, that explains.
Well, y'all are going to hear me yell from the other room. What in the nine hell?
That sounds fun. And Uzla's gonna follow that sound.
Thought you might.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay in the room with the brazier. Let me know when you have a chance for me to do something with that.
What did you do?
I didn't do shit. You remember the monkey man?
Yeah, I wanted to kill him.
She'll turn the scroll around. Whose name is at the bottom of the scroll?
I don't know who Patty is. Monkey Man was petite.
Yeah, this is that dude.
Oh, dude can't spell for
I
shit.
think this might be his room.
Why does he live here?
Before he became a monkey.
No.
Maybe there was something in the fire that turned him into a monkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna start digging through drawers and stuff.
Same.
Okay, both of you roll me a combined. I'll let you dogpile this. One do a perception, one do an investigation, and then we will.
Who too?
Since those 2 were in the room, unless there's a third person in the room.
Did you hear me
Oh,
yell? And are there?
Justine, are you in the room?
Well, I mean, I probably would have wandered in there because I was trying to scope out everything that's been going on.
No, that's fine. I didn't know you were in the room. Okay, so if you are also in the room, I will allow you to do a sleight of hand check as well to look for hidden things.
You want perception or investigation?
It is a skill challenge. While you three are rolling, I will flip back to Ray and whoever is in the other room. Ray, you got a question?
We have a little bit of gold.
Yeah, you got some money.
Okay, we'll put a single gold piece in the brazier
Okay.
and relight it. I know it said it was cool, but I don't, that to us, I don't know if it did the same to the metals or anything.
Okay.
And given how much Wuji stuff that Stephen had, I want to see if it would melt at all. If so, I have a crossbow with a bunch of crossbow bullets.
It doesn't it doesn't the fire just seems to be an ignition for the spell to work, but it doesn't give off heat, right?
So
It
I'm making
burns.
sure that the brazier didn't heat up because that was my concern.
Yeah, it doesn't heat up. It doesn't heat up. The
Okay.
coal seems to be a kind of like an ever burning torch, right? It just kind of is more. The fire just ignites it, but it gives off no heat.
Let me know if we run across something else that could be a crucible for a gold point.
Okay. Definitely keep. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
That now is like, oh, crap, something killed Penny. I need to kill it.
Okay.
I need to kill it and make sure it stays dead. We can't let this time run that she experienced happen.
Okay. That's very reasonable.
I love Penny and Sebastian's relationship.
Yeah, but she misses a lot of it. That's okay. She's kind of look at it, and he's doing the same thing for a couple of the other too. Like he's even though she'll never say it. This was a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But he's the professional big brother.
So, what were your totals? What'd you get?
12.
Well, okay, at least one success.
I need to know whether you did perception or investigation.
Oh, I thought we were both doing investigation.
No, one he does perception, one does investigation, then Justine was doing a sleight of hand.
Oh, I did investigation.
Okay. With my perception, total of 25 with a nat 20.
Jesus Christ, you
Wow.
fucking people. All right. Justine, what'd you get?
14?
14. All right, that's another success.
With my
I only needed 5 successes. You guys cleared 8 successes total. Because of the natural 20. No, 7 successes total. But still more than the 5. Okay, you guys do get something. I'm going to add this here. The lead on this pencil is dying. Okay. You find as you dig deeper, you find some journals. It is from a child's perspective. Additionally, you do find something somewhat written up and more official. But it looks like it was ripped in half, and you just kind of piece it back together very easily. So the child's letters are letters from a child to a father to a grandfather and back and forth. It depicts a mentor relationship with Petit Singe and his grandfather, Stephen Amber. Looking at the lineage as it stands, you see a branch you didn't see before. A bastard son of Jean-Louis. If Jean-Louis was the direct descendant, the official descendant of Stephen Amber, he was the heir apparent. His child was Petit Singe, but he was a bastard child. So Jean-Louis had a bastard child who they hid away and kept in the care of Stephen and Catherine Amber. You notice that after the age of 10, Petit Singe was sent away to El in Carthal, to the Loreholm Academy, Bardic School, for education. And at least recently has returned home. The unnamed, unknown bastard son of Jean-Louis.
maybe a Fitz Amber then?
He, technically, yes, he would be a Fitzamber, and he's your nephew. He's your nephew's second cousin. And he's just your nephew.
Yep.
Actually, he'd be a first cousin, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's your nephew, first cousin, and he's just the rest of you. He's just your nephew. He's your older nephew. Younger. Or, no,
We have
older.
a bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a fungus,
Yeah. Longest.
pretty much.
And you guys got 7 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
8.
8. Oh, yeah. It was 8.
You said
Okay.
8.
Yes. So the mother to the bastard. Let me pull up the mother's name. I apologize. Give me a moment. I have to.
The mother to the bastard. That is quite the title.
I mean,
It's a thesis statement for most of this campaign. So.
It's also in my punk country band.
Yeah, I love it. Give me a second. I have to look up the name. I will have it in a few minutes.
I'm going to at least 3 times this game and every other game since we switched to this room. When the camera moves and I see that there's a goblin behind Tony, I freak out.
Right?
It is a life-size goblin. Anyway,
Oh, I can see that it is. Like, he's huge. Like, there it is again. Like,
The-
the view. Like, what the hell is that?
the mother's name is a lady named, I'm butchering the name, Renatha.
Or not?
Renatha.
Renatha?
Yeah, a Renatha of Ends Meet.
Where's ends meet? Do we know what a map?
That's the town you grew up in.
Room.
That's the town you grew up in. That's
that's,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm not part of the scene.
you are not part of this
did you meet her?
thing. You've never met.
Never met her?
I would know that he was raped.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever we are in the same room again, I'll
So if I go into the new room there, do you guys
They seem to be like over a bunch of like children. They seem to be like throwing children's toys back and forth and like playing with like children's drawings. And like there's a little like weird like monkey like toy monkey in the corner. Every once in a while go ding.
As soon as it takes, I throw a magic stone at it. Absolutely not.
There's a headless toy monkey that has a broken arm that just goes every once in a while like this.
If it makes another sound, like as you walk in, I'm gonna just for
It's a wind-up
thematics.
one.
Just for thematics, Tony. As you walk in, it happens to just tilt enough to make another ting. Uzula, stop it! And throws another magic stone at it to break it, just thematically, if you'll allow it.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a nephew.
And you guys,
Another.
and those in the other room hear the breaking. It is your scene.
I'm also still looking through the books and stuff.
I would
Yeah,
set you up.
see what else.
Yeah.
It's basically more of that. Like it's an apprentice wizard.
so there
Okay,
was
so-
a
so spells
picture
and things
or
that I would already
painting
know.
of a
Yes.
child in one of
Low-level
the
stuff.
previous rooms.
At some point, I
that
do want to
we
go back to
were going
because
through.
I have burning
In
need to learn.
The other room that was
Okay.
baby Stephen. In the other room, in John Louis' room, there was a baby Stephen Amber. Is it Stephen Amber, or am I thinking now could that be baby Petit?
Oh, sorry. I was confused. Which one were we talking about?
In John Louis' room,
Oh, I was confused. I was describing a small crib in John Louis' room. I was actually describing the wrong room. So the main chamber, room 95, is Jean Louis. There is not a child's crib there.
But there is a painting in one of the rooms
Oh.
of a child.
That specifically is Jean Louis, as a young child.
oh,
Yeah. This outside of the written form and the one torn up family tree that has an additional branch that you guys have never seen before, there's no actual painting or picture of Petit seen here. Anyway, the scene is yours. I apologize. Let me know if you have anything else, sir, if I can clarify.
I would just be catching Damalis up on what happened after I destroyed the monkey. It made a weird sound. I didn't like it.
It was creepy.
Right? I fixed the problem. Uzula the fixer.
At this point, I'm gonna go find.
He's in the other room.
Did you?
I did. It's not making the creepy sound anymore. I fixed the problem.
Going into the other room, Sebastian, do you know of Renata?
Yeah, that's about here, that's my home. Although I usually talk like this when I'm out there.
Ray, I'm gonna text you something.
Okay.
Or you can look at your background. It's also in there.
Well, I'm sure it is. I have it pulled up.
There we go. I just texted you something.
Tony, you said that there were scrolls
Mm-hmm.
that were finished.
There were 2 scrolls that were finished.
Does that mean there were scrolls that were started but not finished?
No, yes. Yeah, there are several that are like in half work, some that are incomplete, some that were just done wrong. Like we're like, oh no, he fucked this up, so the scroll will never. Basically like Young Apprentice kind of stuff. But a lot of them like half done, but not finished. You could add them to your inventory if you want. You could there are 7 half done scrolls that potentially could be finished.
Okay.
Okay.
7, I said?
7.
One was the scroll of polymorph, and the other one was what?
Scroll of
Charm
Charm Person.
6th level.
Yeah, not a 6th level spell, but written and made by a 6th level caster. Like a wizard of 6th level. Normally couldn't do that spell, but with the right tome and enough time, you could potentially make. It would take you like a year. A scroll. Given that, it's still your scene.
I'm still waiting for Sebastian to tell me whether he knows a Renatha of Innsmeet.
Yes, fine.
Apparently, she is Petit Sing's mother
Well, that's impossible.
by Jean-Louis.
Why is that possible?
By Jean-Louis?
Yeah, she'll hold up one of the scrolls and then, like, whatever documentation, one of the books, or letters, or whatever, where he
Yeah.
talked about his mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Tony, does that not even sound plausible? And by the way, I knew that I was trying to keep it on my face. I told this character. Does that sound possible?
It's definitely your mom's older. Possible. Though pretty fucked up, you think about it.
Well, yeah, but one of the family is.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait. Petit Singe is Renata's child?
according to his journals and correspondence, yes.
Do I know if Petit Singe is a half-orc?
He is not. He doesn't. Well, he appears to be like half monkey man.
Right, but can I get a history check to determine if I know what his lineage is?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, it'd be a rough because you just met the man, but yeah, you have heard of him before, so yes, go ahead and make a history check because you had made a history
That's
check
kind of what I'm worrying with.
because he's more of a famous bard. and he's older than
22.
22. He is known to have a strong lower jawline and sharper ears. Some half orcs can look a lot more human.
Renata is my mother.
Is your brother nephew?
Well, maybe my sister.
Half brother.
Sure.
Brother
No.
Nephew.
I thought you were still in the other room.
I mean, the door,
Or whatever.
Oh,
I had to go back into the other.
Oh, you went to the other one? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, then never
Yeah,
mind.
she's over with me.
Yeah, sorry, we're.
I thought you guys were in the other, okay.
No,
No, okay.
no, we're still in Stephen and Catherine's.
Never mind.
I don't know her, but my mother was rather pragmatic. She would have said something to me, not, but
If you had a sibling,
my mother was not betrothed to any single man. And such is her right. She's not married. But I don't know that I have. That's a quandary.
surprise.
I don't know that it's true or not, but I can't say it's not true. That's a question for when I get out of here to ask Mom. Jean-Louis? God, he would have been very old. Just work me through the time frame on this. This would, because Sebastian's late 20s.
Yes. And your mother is about between 52 to 56, right?
Right, she's about twice my age.
Yeah. And Petit Singe is in his 40s.
So maybe when she was 16? Or younger?
Yeah.
It had to have been younger if he's in, you said mid-40s?
He's in his early 40s.
Early 40s.
He's in his early 40s, if not 40. And
So he's
Jean-Louis would be about, if he was still alive, would be about
90.
no, Jean-Louis, if he was still alive, would be in his late 60s, early 70s.
Well, it's a good thing he's dead. That's important.
Or no, he would be in his mid 60s. Sorry.
So that would put her at 15.
Mm,
Yeah, let's age that up. Let's just age that up. Let's
She's
just,
in her 60s.
for all of our sake, let's just age that up
She's
to her. She's 18.
She was 18.
there we
Okay.
go.
Let's say he. Let's say
Thank you.
yeah.
We all got real.
Remember who you're talking to.
Real.
Yeah, my brain all of a sudden went like, no, let's redo that math.
13 by
Like,
that.
this is not
No,
where I
no.
want
Let's
to
just do it to where like she's 18 and he was like 20-ish. There you go.
I am 16.
So she fell in love with Jean Louis, and when he died, our father comforted her.
What?
Weirder things have happened.
Dick?
First off, you were assuming that she ever fell in love. She fell in bed.
Trying to give her the benefit of the
If this comes up, Sebastian can be very pragmatic.
doubt. Sit down, laugh. Yeah, it's very much fact. I mean, I was trying to give your mother the benefit of the doubt.
Of what?
She fell in love with a nobleman, and then
Why would they get rid of them? That gives more credence to him saying that people fall in love with no woman. She makes her own decisions. Having said that, it's certainly possible she had a life for me. I'm glad she did. But I don't know any half brother that came out of her. Although it
then our
does.
father,
That's the unsaid.
then comforting his son's his son's girlfriend.
I mean, maybe she thought he was hot.
Brother's girlfriend. His brother's girlfriend.
Huh?
His brother's girlfriend.
Okay, but maybe she just thought he was hot. I
Uh,
mean, why are we turning this into like some weird, sordid kind of like lost
I mean-
love falling into the arms of someone? Like sometimes you just need to get boned.
That is our
Mhm.
family.
And we all know Stephen really liked to bone.
You really
Are you okay?
this entire game happened because of your father's sex
I
life.
know. But have you ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I
I
haven't.
think that's the time of my life, Tony. Thanks for that.
Standing in the door.
It's all I can think of every time.
Did I
Yeah,
tell
I'm with you.
Oh,
Did I tell
Nine,
you
nine.
about the time we accidentally taught Mia to do that?
No.
Oh my god!
What?
Chris's ex-wife came to visit from Germany, and for some reason we were talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and me and Kitty and Chris were in the kitchen, all of us for one reason or another, just yelling, "Bah!" Mia, being a young impressionable child, thought it was funny, so she started yelling it too. And so to cover our asses, we taught her how to draw a bone. Because she kept writing bone in all capital letters with lots.
That's good parenting. So proud of you. Other scene when Amy and what's his name are in the hallway, they're undercover, and they have to tell the guy, "We're just looking for a place to point."
Yeah, I remember that scene as well. But I'm specifically thinking of Captain Holt after,
After
Diaz.
Diaz
After
says,
Diaz
"This
says
happened,
he just,
this happened."
just
Yeah.
bone.
and how dare you? Yeah.
Evidently, Andre Brower had a great time with that.
Oh
He
my
would walk
God.
out and start screaming bone, and people would fall apart.
Andre Browner was a treasure.
He made that show. I'm sorry.
He
He
did.
made that
He
show.
did.
All right, sorry.
Sidetracked. Anyway,
We're talking about Daddy's boning. That's all I can think.
yes. Keep thinking about your father's dick.
No, I'm not thinking of my, no. No.
I mean, there's some level.
I'm thinking of Captain Holt.
There are day levels out of control. So I will happily sit here and talk about my neighbor. That's my uncle. That way, sloppy, got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can
Runkle.
you imagine the kind of faces your mom makes?
I don't have to mention, I grew up in the same house with her. She has other partners. What's wrong with you all? What's your aspect?
Zero wrong. I mean, it's just we at least do the decency, even in tents, of going out in the field. So
Your sex life is intense.
can be. Usually it's out in the open.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. I knew what you wanted there. I got you.
That's what she said.
Anyway. Fuck, I had a thought and I lost it. Had a thought and it's gone.
Tony,
yeah.
there is some reasonableness here that he could be my half brother. Basically, he's got the jawline.
It's very
Like,
yes. It's very possible that he may be your half brother.
okay.
But wouldn't he have the birthmark?
He
Birthmark is for Steven's line, I thought.
the birthmark the birthmark is throughout the Amber line, right? So you all
Oh, it is.
you all would have. The thing with Petit Singe, though, the way that you currently see him is he's kind of a monkey man. So it may be much like Uzula and her and Vetter, where it may be like below the fur line, right?
You just can't see.
Because it's a
Well,
lot
they made
like
a film with
There's a lot like it's basically like a beauty mole, right? But except it's kind of on the temple.
The question is, what happened to make him switch sides to Gazetteer?
I mean, being a bastard son of the heir to a line, unrecognized, could drive anybody. Measure. Look at Richard.
He wasn't even a bastard.
No,
Imagine with all the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, but he was also sent to some kind of prestigious school for the sounds of it.
So the Amber Fitz-Amber kids who are sent off to school have all been corrupted.
I mean, if they started on the estate and were somewhere else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were sent somewhere else.
Right.
So they got a taste of the outside world versus this batshit crazy shit. And decided, hey, we can make a change. Violence is the answer. Boulders. Boulders are the answer.
Everyone care for some celery.
No, thank you.
Sure would eat me alive.
Come on, Boulder. Move your booty.
He's like, no, I've decided to settle in the middle, directly on top of the puck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, the scene is yours. I'm just let me know if you need anything.
Do not go back.
I promise to traumatize you every time you walk into a room.
Of course.
Now let's go to the next one.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything more to be gained here. We might as well keep
Except for questions.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna be.
Reach out, questions. I
And,
think this is a good thing we didn't kill him.
and Ray, as a reminder, there are two Jean Louis in the family. Jean Louis that you've met, the sparring guy, and Jean Louis was also the other Jean Louis, the lost son, was the son of Stephen Amber.
So wait, which one is this?
legitimate.
Where they're talking about the one that's the son of Stephen Amber.
So it would be my nephew. Okay.
Yeah, he's your half brother nephew.
Prep you.
Sure.
He's your friend.
Okay. So, it's your guys' call.
Alright, so Uzula walks out into the hall and goes to right to the T intersection.
Okay.
Her intent is to go to this door. So
To go to the door
it's
at the end of the hall? Okay.
right at
I'll
the
go over and check the door.
To the big black spot.
right.
Oh.
I assume this goes into the
You guys walk back into a hallway and no time abomination. Okay.
Above the room.
Wasn't there a gallery above the front room?
yeah, that's what I assumed
Yes,
that
there was.
as everybody gets to the door. I assume this goes to the throne room.
We don't necessarily walk in, but it couldn't hurt to open the door and look.
Well, I'm gonna check the door for traps first.
Yeah,
I mean, we can always go down the hall first if you're worried about
it can
it.
take like a 5-minute breather.
Yeah, do you guys want to take a 5-minute break?
Wait, because we're so close to the throne room, we don't know if magic goes through the walls, correct?
Right.
Sonny, when we were at the throne room, several of us used to take magic, is that correct?
Yes.
So can I ask everybody to take magic up right now and just keep it up to help determine if we enter a zone similar to what the throne room was? We'll get close to one.
Okay. That's
I don't want to actually walk down the hallway and have the sphere of influence extend to the hallway.
right. That's fair.
Because that would be a lot of suck.
But
I
without
don't like
the
that.
posture.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a 5-minute break and then we'll meet back here and finish this room?
Yeah.
I've been disturbed.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's like stretch me out.
Sure. 5 minutes.
It's been 5 days a week with my ass planted in a chair.
All right. After these messages, we'll be right back. And we are back, everyone. The room is not locked on the upper floor. It does not appear to be trapped as well. Skylar and Ray, standing outside the door, you do feel a little bit of necromantic energy coming from it, but not the type that was directly from above. I'm sorry, it'd be more like you feel enchantment magic, not necromantic.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we're in the party. There's some vague enchantments, school magic here.
You feel it on the other side of the door. That helps.
And that's where he's motioning to. Other side of the door.
Okay.
Do you open the door?
Well, I'm gonna check it for traps first.
You do not see any trap on this one.
And then unlock it.
Okay.
Oh, like stand to the side and open it so other people go in first.
Yeah. Who's going in?
First up, when the door opens, is it the mezzanine?
It is the mezzanine.
Not opening it.
Okay. Okay. Is anyone else going in?
No,
I'll go.
but from the doorway, can I see anything on the balcony?
I will describe that. I just need to know who is going in to know what I got to describe.
I'll go in.
Who went in first? Who went in first?
Penny did. And then
Yeah,
Demolis.
no, I'll go third.
Okay. Sebastian is third. Okay. So Skylar, I'll describe some from the balcony as well, but this will also be the rest of the room descriptions. A high balcony runs along the half perimeter of the vast chamber, encircling the eastern half of the room, 20 feet above the floor. Doors exit to the east and south. The north wall contains a number of high windows. Some are leaded glass, and a gray mist outside is visible through them. Others are of stained glass and must have once been quite beautiful, but the sun shone upon been quite beautiful when the sun shone upon the castle. Positioned around the balcony is a number of humanoid figures that seem to be frozen in place. Skylar, you feel the enchantment magic come off them, much like the people downstairs, the whole person spell, which has been permanently cast upon them. The ones on the upper floor, you'll notice, are not they are not eaten away by rats. The ones up here are not. They appear to be frozen in place. Poised, looking down upon the throne room below. These people depict persons dressed in courtly attire. At the north end of the balcony, beneath one of the stained glass windows, is a collection of tools and weapons left strewn haphazardly on the floor. A dead Gazetarian lies at the feet below a stained glass window. A little bit of blood splat has been splattered upon the stained glass window. The stained glass window depicts a knight with a sword and shield resting at rest, and the blood splatter is around the feet area of this stained glass depiction of a amber warrior, a little bit even upon the sword, a little bit, just like splattered upon it, like someone had maybe cut this person down and the blood had splattered upon the stained glass. Okay.
Do I see a connection between the ring I have and that warrior?
I don't know how you'd see a connection, but
I arcane vision. I Just wondering if they're kind of like something similar to the stone golem.
The stone golem thing, you didn't feel a connection, right? It was something that you were able to figure out by utilizing the ring. So you're also more than 30 feet away.
Sure.
So you don't know. You have no idea.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing with that as I did with the stone golem to activate it.
What are you pointing it at?
I pointed at the figure and I beckoned it towards me.
What figure?
The night.
The nightly figure.
You're talking about the stained glass window? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay. Yeah, you do that.
Does anything happen?
No.
Just wanted to check just in case it was something that literally stepped out of the stained glass.
Okay.
I
Okay.
wouldn't put it past that kind of thing as being a protection in the house.
Okay.
Does it look possible that the night in the window might have killed the Gazetarian?
The glass window?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check. Because wait, are you stepping into the room, Ross, or are
No,
you
I-
sitting outside, kind of peeking over?
I'm kind of. I'm having trouble picturing.
Oh yeah. So the room here. I'm gonna move it over here. Here. This is the room over here. You guys are right here. This is obviously the balcony. On the other side of this balcony, which is very hard to see because it's obscured. Or if you don't step in the room, you're barely going to be able to see anything. This brown is where that Gazetarian is, and this blue depicts where that stained glass is.
Okay, and
If that makes sense. So if you're standing here, imagine if you're looking here, but then you got like these railings in the way, and you're seeing like feet and other things along there. Catherine and them were able to like step into the room,
okay, yeah,
and this is why Skylar is more than 30 feet from
Yes.
this.
yeah. Then I will step into the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had
Yeah.
noticed that you'd step in.
Okay. Okay. So you step into the room. So are you going to walk over here to investigate? Where would you stop?
Yeah, my thinking is that there is some sort of trap. If you get too close,
Mm-hmm.
then the knight pops out of the window and attacks.
Okay. Okay. So you get what,
You
like
get here.
there or
Yeah, maybe to the corner.
to the corner? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And where's Penny and Sebastian?
For the moment, I'm just inside the door, trying
Just
to
inside the door,
walk,
right.
trying to
Okay.
see if
Um,
I recognize
and I'm not-
anybody standing on the balcony. Or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. And Ray?
I'm not going any further than what anybody tells me today. Maybe tells me tomorrow. But
Okay. 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 So go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Given there, you can kind of look over the balcony. You got a cleaner shot. Look, you are about 10 feet away from the body.
18.
18. The blood looks like it was cut from the other side when he was cut down. Like the person was maybe on like this side, right? Like right here. And looked like he had been cut through. It doesn't look like a sword mark, but you see claws across the throat and the neck. The thumb mark, oddly enough, is down here, and then the pinky and all that was up here. Like as somebody with backwards hands had cut across the throat of someone, and he had fallen down, blood splattering from that onto the glass, the glass depiction of a knight, and he is fell upon the ground. His valuables are untouched, but when you do look at him, something else is very interesting about the body. This body is also mummified. I would like you to roll an insight check based off something that was asked prior by Sebastian. Something is in your mind. Investigation or insight? Probably investigation, actually. Investigation seems appropriate.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you can deduce something that Sebastian had started earlier. Had a question.
You got this.
14.
14. The blood is dried, but it's not too old, right? It would be sun bleached if it was old enough for a body to completely mummify. Why is the body mummified here? Even though the blood is maybe a week old? What would mummify a body? Why would a body just be mummified? Unless something was taken out of the body.
Like water? Blood?
Like a soul.
Oh, a soul. Okay.
Something slit its throat and stole the soul of this gazetteer. Something with backwards hands heard the name of a Rakshasa. Something else. I need you to roll me an additional perception. This one is
No pressure. I'm sorry. Investigation?
this one's perception. This is perceiving the world around you. The DC is 18.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16. The moment the realization hits you, you feel claws dig into your back. The moment your cackles raise, that door was locked. That door was unlocked from that side. But was it locked from this one? That happens, you feel a Rakshasa's claws dig into your back. He is invisible. You see blood flash upon the wall. We are in combat, but also it is 11 o'clock. We will start off next game in the balcony. Combat with a Rakshasa.
And the end.
And
And
maybe we find out why Demolus was never mentioned in the letter.
It's the best game of Clue ever. So, balcony with backward.
Save yourself. Go on without me.
What was your other character's name again?
Wrong answer. We got you. How much damage do you take? Let's get on the sheet real quick.
Oh.
So how much damage do you take in a sneak attack?
Rakshasa's claws is.
Not that I want to damage him, but
Oh, it rolled really low.
To know,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 damage.
all right, you already had 8 on the sheet from what I can see prior to this. So that puts you at 17 down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, an in-game time about now would be midnight with all the searching we've done, or what in the morning?
Let's do midnight.
Midnight?
The stroke of midnight, you get attacked by a Rakshasa. It seems legit.
You know, back to just seeing switching our.
You are room 79.
All right, folks, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hey, Tony, we're going to go ahead and looks like Justine and I are going to buy the mini plan tickets for the baseball season out here. We did check; it will interfere only with one game we have at this table.
Okay.
I'm more than happy to try to play D&D while watching a baseball game in the stands. It doesn't ridiculous.
That's true. We can always try to if you can send us that date, we can see if it's possible that we can just reschedule a game to see if that's possible.
It's not till I think September. I think
Okay.
it's pretty late in the year.
pretty late in the year. And if we're able to like reschedule that one game, like if I know you have plans in the future, maybe we can see if like we're all free a different Saturday or another day. We can try to reschedule that one if you guys want to. If not, we can always skip. I'm always okay with that too. I always want to just kind of offer up schedules, especially if we know far in the future.
I'm happy to reschedule for pretty much any other day, but any other day would probably have to be.
Okay.
All right, folks. Have a great week.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.